Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Coffee with Tea. I'm your host, the amazing Tea Street. Today's mug, I know I can. Yep, I chose this mug today because it's a reminder to me that over the next 8 days, I've got to read 41 scholarship applications for young people for I know I can. And so it's a great reminder to keep my eyes on the prize and keep focused and read these applications to help young people get to college. So today, my topic is don't skip the process of legacy building. I remember the first time I ever really thought about legacy. And it wasn't even about my own legacy. I was at a funeral, and the pastor said of the person who had died, she left a powerful legacy. And everyone who spoke that day was someone, and their theme of the day of her funeral was, I am part of her legacy. And each person who got up talked about the legacy that she left for them. And none of it was material. It wasn't she left me a house, she left me a car, she left me money. None of it was that. There were people who got up and talked about her spiritual legacy. There were people who got up and talked about her professional legacy. There were people who talked about her love legacy and how they were products and recipients of who she was, and that the legacy that she left, they were it, and that they spoke for who she was. And it got me to thinking that day, when I take my last breath, what will my legacy have been? And so that's when I created the workshop on legacy building. And I understood something very clearly that day, that if you want to leave a powerful legacy, you have to first decide that you want to. I want to leave a powerful legacy. And if that's your story, you got to say in your own mind, you got to say to the world, just in your mind, I want to leave a powerful legacy. I heard a speaker say one time, people are walking so lightly on the earth that they're not even leaving footprints. Well, footprints are guides. They are the things that if you look at it on the beach, you can see where someone has walked. I started to think about it when my mother passed. What was her legacy? And what were the footprints that she left? Now, there are people who will leave footprints that are political and financial and all those things. My mother's footprint was a spiritual footprint. The legacy that she left me really forged the pathway, because I got to watch my mom walk out her faith. She left me a legacy of faith in God. It's the most powerful thing she could have left me, and she did. And she decided the day that she said yes to God that she wanted that to be her legacy for her children and her grandchildren and her grandchildren's children. So that's what you first have to do, is decide that you want to leave one. Not everybody does. And they live their life haphazardly, and you can tell. You want to leave a powerful legacy? Start at the end and work your way backwards. Start with, what do I want people to say when they stand up at my funeral? Like that woman when they stood up at her funeral. What do you want people to say? So I started at the end of my life. And I said, when I leave here, I won't be able to even hear it. What do I want people to say was true about who I was? And if that's what I want them to say, then I need to what? Start to walk out those things, those attributes that I really do want to be my legacy. And so the first thing I started to do was I started to reflect on my purpose. And then I started to write it down. T, your purpose is to be the human Windex, to clean the lenses of humanity so that people can see clearly how amazing they already are. That's my purpose. And if I was going to do that, if I was going to clean the lenses, the reason that I wrote it down was so that it is the guide that guides my actions. I started to clean people's lenses. If that's my purpose, then do the purpose. Do it. Don't talk about your purpose. Do your purpose. And so I reflected on it, knew what it was, wrote it down. And then every time I'd make a decision, I'm like, is that part of my purpose? Am I cleaning somebody's lens today? When a young person walks up to me and I look them in their eye and they see my heart, kids tell me that they see my heart through my eyes. And I always look young people in their eyes. because I want to clean their lens. When they see my heart through my eyes, they get a chance to see clearly that I think they're already amazing. But more importantly, God thinks they're already amazing. That's part of my purpose. So you got to reflect on your purpose, document it, because that documentation becomes the guide for your actions. And who cares? If you don't do the very next thing, which is engage the next generation, you haven't left a legacy. Whatever it is, if it's a financial legacy, document it. Let the people know you left it for them and what you expect them to do with it. If it's a spiritual one, walk it out so that they get a chance to see what love looks like and leave that for them. But if you never engage them, the next generation that's coming, they miss the legacy. I hope that when I take my last breath, young people will show up. That young people will be the people who speak at my funeral. And some of them might not be so young by the time I leave here, because I believe that God is going to satisfy me with long life. And so, but I hope that young people will stand up and testify of the impact of my life on their life. And if that's so, then I will have left the legacy that I wanted to leave. I want to leave a legacy that speaks of God's love for humanity. I want young people to say, without a doubt, she was tough. She played no games with us, but Miss T loved us to life. That's the legacy I want to leave. And if I want to do that, I had to do the things that I had to do. Decide that I wanted to leave a powerful legacy. Start at the end of my life and work my way backwards. Reflect on my purpose and document it so that it would guide me. And finally, engage with the next generation. If you want to leave a powerful legacy, start today. Today's a good day to start building the legacy that you want to leave. Can I tell you, I'm the amazing T Street, but you know what? There's absolutely positively nothing amazing in me that's not in each and every one of you. I dare you today to start building your legacy for tomorrow and beyond. Don't skip the process. Have an amazing day.